Alfalfa. I love alfalfa. We grow it here because we got some beef cattle once in a while. We've got a market for hay, but alfalfa is a wonderful product for the soil and fixing up soils. Alfalfa, for high quality, has its own management stuff you have to deal with. You can see the grasshoppers coming out now. They just exploded in population lately. And so after this cutting, we'll look at it and see if they're still here. We'll spray for them. If you got yellow leaves down in there, you're usually spraying a fungicide before we get to this point of growth. Normally we do not cut purple hay, but we had 10 inches of rain in the last several weeks. And so timing of alfalfa was kind of difficult because I'd rather put old hay up nice than nice hay up after it's been rained on 3 or 4 times and it's worth nothing. And so it's just a beautiful crop. And for us, we take the alfalfa, we sell the hay, and we'll take that money and we put back into fertility, because alfalfa removes a lot from the soil. And so it sounds silly to use a crop like that to build soil, but alfalfa also, I mean, you look at how thick it is, it's going to hold the soil here. Alfalfa has a massive root system, so it's going to do deep tillage for you. It's going down deep, pulling nutrients back up. That will be in some of the residue here, and then you can use it as a green manure. So instead of taking the very last cutting before the next crop, you can leave every fall you can leave that last cutting die out and just be residue on the top of the ground. And so that's P and K that alfalfa recovered from down deep. It's now in that organic matter on top of the soil, and the cycle starts over as the nutrients slowly migrate down through the soil. The other great thing is a thick stand like this. Man, I don't want to sound braggy, but that is a gorgeous looking stand. I just love it. But a thick stand like this, they thin out every year. A few plants die, and so they'll thin out. But what we'll do is, while it's still a thick stand like this, in a year or two before we lose it all to a winter kill or something, is we'll then put corn in here. And there is our nitrogen for that corn crop. And we've spread enough lime and P and K over the couple years that to feed that corn crop, we have very minimal inputs to raise an average or above average corn crop. And so you start to get some return in investment of your alfalfa there. And so it's just part of the cycle here. And we can see, again, I've showed these in other videos, just how, you know, granular we are. Very large. You can feel the beads in between your fingers. 10 inches of rain. This was scratched yesterday evening, and you can see it's already starting to dust up. It is just so soft. It takes me nothing to just, there's no structure to this soil. And so that's why we're doing what we're trying to do and trying to make the best of this. So hopefully when the next generation comes along, they'll be thanking us a little bit.